colored water, and a banana colored, something like this, yellow chartreuse. It doesn't really matter, just as long as this shade. If you have real clear water and you got a dark, windy, cloudy, rainy day, say it's a moderate rain or a light rain, you got 10-mile-an-hour wind, you can light them up in clear water on this yellow. They will bite it in a big way. And then finally, this natural, I think they call this natural blue or blue shell or something like this. This is a zoom color. The name escapes my mind, but anyway, they call it natural blue, I think. This is another really good color in clear water. Clear water, partly cloudy conditions. I caught a lot of fish on that, so that's another one you might want to consider. But overall, here's another thing that you want to remember as far as floating worm goes. The mood and the aggressiveness of a floating worm, the mood and the aggressiveness of a bass, it dictates the color of floating worm, because what you're going to find is if you fish a body of water that, say, does not get much fishing pressure and the fish are pretty aggressive on that body of water, they're always going to bite the brighter color right off the bat. But they get conditioned to that brighter color right off the bat. So what you're going to find throughout your evolution of fishing a floating worm is the amount of fishing pressure a lake gets, for the most part, and the mood and the aggressiveness or the less aggressiveness, personality of the fish. It goes from a bright color under low fishing pressure conditions and aggressive bass to a more natural color if you have heavier fishing pressure. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. Let's say we go to Table Rock Lake, and the fish have not seen the floating worm for a while. Say it's early in the year and people haven't really gotten onto a floating worm right. It's still too early, most people think, but we hit that type of day where it's warm and they're biting it. You can light them up on the yellow, or you can light them up on the white or the bubble gum. You go back the next day. Let's say, for example, you caught 15 fish in a really big cove here, or a series of coves, and you did really good on the bright colors. The next day you go back, assuming the conditions are the same, you're going to notice that your bites